Single trade I took this week. This week I ended minus 4.1%, and I'm going to show you every single trade from here. So I'm close to blowing my funded account, which is completely fine. I mean, it's an Apex account with 5% drawdown, which is not that much really. So basically this is just one bad week and it's already gone almost. So yeah, that's how it goes with these ones. So if I do blow it next week, I'm going to focus on placing my FTMO account, which is the largest one I have, thanks to my friend, which is like 100k. So we'll see how that goes. So this right here is including all of my trades, basically even on the evil and on the funded. So I took some trades simultaneously. So basically with like, sorry for the background noises, I'm outside chilling a little bit. So basically I took some trades on my eval and some trades on my funded, and sometimes both of those, and I'll tell you all the mistakes that I made and all the things that I did right. So in the beginning of the week I made some bigger mistakes because I was still like not in the right space in my mind, because I'm trading a funded, and now that I know that I can make money, so yeah, it impacts your mind a little bit. So let's go to the first trade. The first trade that I took was actually wrong, and I took this one on the funded, and the real entry was supposed to be here, which is where I took on the eval. So basically I entered correctly on the eval, and when it matters where I can make money, I entered wrong on my funded account. So yeah, this is how it looks. So basically I was supposed to enter here on the break structure after the Asia sweep, but I waited for this inverse to enter, and that's what caused me to lose. My stop loss was too tight, when in reality this is the trade that I actually took, and that's what I was supposed to take on my funded. So as you can see, break structure, entry, stop below these lows, and that'll be a take profit. Okay, and the second trade I actually succeeded, but I put my stop loss way too tight. It was supposed to be above these bodies because they're a key level, because you have 4 bodies in one place, and also at least at the candle high that give me the inversion, which is right here. So that's about the Monday. So we lost these 2 trades on the on the funded account, and on the eval one trade of them won, the other one was supposed to, on eval I also got a better entry, and it was supposed to win, but my take profit wasn't executed for some reason, and then price retraced to my stop loss. So I didn't really it didn't really matter that much because it was a small eval, so I didn't really care. Then for the next day we had this one, which was a wrong one. So basically I looked at wicks, at Asia wicks, when even the 30-minute candle didn't close. So what I mean by that, and I repeated this mistake a lot more times than I wanted to, so, or in other words, I didn't even realize it. So what I mean is, we had, for example, let me show you now, let me replay this so I can make it clear. So like this, the 30-minute candle is forming right now, the last one, and I'm marking out the bodies, and I'm doing it like this, and then this is how I marked it out. Then this candle forms, and I count this as a reach into the wicks, which is not really the reach into the wicks. Why? Because this candle also counts into the range of Asia. So what I need to do is wait for this candle to open up, and now we have reached into the wicks, because this candle right here needs to be accounted for the wicks, so it's also counting into the wicks. Okay, so only this candle will be the actual one that reached into the wicks. Okay, so that's what I need to improve on in terms of that. I made that mistake here. The second trade was fine, I think. Yeah, it was a clean sweep of liquidity of Asia and London, and then we get a inverse and break structure right here. This was supposed to be my entry, and yeah, both trades should have lost, and they are good trades, except the Asia one. So I took a long from here, when in fact I should have waited for the sweep, and then I would have taken this one and lost, which is completely fine. Okay, let's go to the next one. So next one, the first one was invalid for the same reason, because of the wicks. As you can see, I looked that as this was a reach into the wicks when it in fact wasn't. we reached later into the weeks, so then we could have taken the trade, but there wasn't any, so we only had one trade today that was actually valid, and it was this one. It lost, but it was a valid trade. Okay, so this is a solid trade. We have a sweep of London high, and then we get an inverse clear trade. After that, we only have 2 more days. Okay, so I'm gonna show what I should have done to end profitable for the week, even though it was small. So this one was clear. This one was the clearest day. Now here I took 2 good trades, but the key like mistake that I made, if I can call it that, is that I didn't execute both of these trades on my eval and on my funded. So this one I executed on the funded. Right here we had accumulation, sweep of accumulation, and or you could call it manipulation, and then sweep of Asia, and then a break structure, which is clear entry, targets all the way to the upside. We had a lot of targets, and it was way more potential than just 1 to 1.5, but I didn't execute this one on an eval, which is my mistake. This could have yielded a lot more results according to my plan. You'll see later what I'm talking about. And then here I executed this trade only on the eval without the funded account. So yeah, that's the mistake that I made on this day, even though I took 2 take profits. And then the last day, 2 trades that hit stop loss, wouldn't change anything about them. This one is pretty solid. We swept out Asia high, inversed, and that's it. And then the last one, we swept out London high, did a failure swing, inverse, or gave a break structure, clean entry, but as you can see it failed, which is completely fine. So these are the key things that I have to improve. Watch where I place my stop loss, because on Monday that second trade, or this one, if my stop was higher, I would have hit take profit, and I'll show you that later as well. So that I have to improve on that. And then the other thing is execute my trades on funded and on the eval as well, and then only look for trades from weeks after 2:30 and 5:30, because that's when the candle closes. That's the last candle in the range on the 30-minute time frame. So yeah, I made here a review of what I should have done. So let's do that right now. So this day, so with my plan, which is to risk 0.5% on funded and 1% on eval, and on funded I aim for 1 to 1.15 RR because of the consistency rule, and on eval on lower hanging fruits I set my stop loss to break even and aim for higher targets. So here I will have ended plus 1.5% on funded and 2 break even on eval. This is how the trade should have looked. So sweep and then break structure, entry 1 to 1.5, that's where you exit on funded. On low hanging fruit, which is right here, I set my stop loss to break even, and as you can see I get stopped out on break even in terms of the eval. So this is what I should have done for the week. And then the next trade, we have a failure swing and an inverse right here, a small one. That's your entry, stop about the bodies, and that way you're secure, and this move to the downside will hit your 1 to 1.5 R, and you would get a TP on funded and a reverse to break even on eval. So that's the first day. This is how it should have ended. The second day was just the model didn't give profits. It have 2 stop losses. So we sweep Asia low, give an inverse, that's your entry, stop below the inverse or below the bodies, and you get stopped out. This one, the same, we have explained. I took these 2 very good. I followed my model. So we have break structure inverse, that's your entry, stop above the 5-minute fair value gap right here, stopped out. So this would have ended minus 1% and minus 2% on eval. And then Wednesday we had only one trade, which is in fact this one. So we didn't, after we swept Asia high, we didn't have any break. We have the break structure right here, but that's too close to the London close. So once London closes, we are again seeking liquidity, and price takes out London high, then gives an inverse. So that's the entry. Stop at the high of the candle that gave the inverse, and as you can see, you're stopped out once again. Price does a failure swing and then goes to the target. So this is minus 1.5% on funded and minus 1 on eval. And then Thursday, which is actually the best day here, if I took both trades on funded, I would have ended plus 1.5% on funded, and if I took both trades on eval and I aimed at much more RR, which this trade had potential, a lot more potential, but I was humble, and I just aimed at the first target, which was the Asia high, this one would have been 4 RR or something like that, and then this one would have been 3 RR after we swept out London low, and once we swept London low and then we inversed right here. That's your entry stop below the candle that gave the inverse right here, and as you can see targeting London high, which is these two relative equal highs. As you can see, that's a 3R, so you will make 7% on eval. Then here you would have on Friday there's 2 losses, and those are 2 clean losses, so you have nothing to worry about. The strategy just didn't play out. Market was kind of ass, and that's about it. It was an FP Friday, you can expect that kind of thing. So you would have lost -1 and -2 on eval. This was a bad week in terms of price action, for sure. But if I stuck to my rules 100%, I would have ended 0.5% on funded in profit and plus 2% on evals. So it was up to me. I failed to make this happen because I didn't follow my rules in terms of stop losses, and sometimes in the beginning of the week I wasn't really in the mental space to actually execute my setups correctly because I'm trading first time on funded. So that's how it goes, that's what it happens and how it happens. So yeah, next week I think we'll improve and definitely avoid this, because now I have a plan and everything that I can just follow and I'll get there. It doesn't have to be with this funded account, I can lose it, I don't care. We'll have a new one very soon. So yeah, that's about it. So I noted the mistakes one more time. So entered off of VIX before the 30-minute candle closed, which is not possible. And then this is basically, I looked at wicks that didn't actually matter, and then on one trade my stop loss was too tight. I have to fix that, put my stop losses in correct places, and I didn't execute each of my trades on my funded and on my eval, so I missed some. So I have to execute the same trades on my eval and on my funded. It's just that I risk more on eval and I aim at more RR on eval. So this is basically it for this week. It was quite a tough week, but it is what it is. I can only improve from here, and to be honest with you, I'm not even going to be mad if I blow the funded. I'll have one more percent to risk, which is basically 2 more trades, which is probably going to happen on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. Make sure to watch the video on Monday. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. If I fail, I have my FTMO 100k that I'm going to focus on, and if I fail that, then I have my 50k with instant funding and 50k with 10k with Think Capital. So yeah, we have plenty of challenges to actually attack. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, it's going to be fast, considering that I take 2 trades per day most of the days. So yeah, we'll see how exactly it happens, but I trust in my backtesting data, and we'll see. I'm going to trust my model and focus on executing it correctly without any mistakes. And if you guys like these type of videos, I'm going to do them every weekend, so that you guys can actually see all of my trades and what I did, how I did it. Did I follow my rules and every single thing? And if I did follow my rules, how did I end? And when I didn't follow my rules, how did I end? Just to prove it to you guys that if I follow my rules, I'll be profitable. So we'll see how that goes. If you like this kind of content, definitely type in the comments and tell me to keep doing it, so that I can do this for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, that's about it. Enjoy your day.